I grew up where the silence talk loud, where you earn your breath, not the crowd, where the dirt remembers every fall, and pride gets measured by how you crawl. You came in live with a reckless grin, never knew what world you walked in. You thought scars were just for show, till the road decided to let you know. Out here words ain't just words, they ride heavy like iron spurs. You put your man past what he forgives, you learn real quick how deep that lives. I watched you dance on a thin damn line, laughing like there ain't no price or time. But every grin turned thin that night when reality stepped into the light. You don't feel the way till it's too late, till that heartbeat pounds like fate. Fuck around and bleed for it. Out here truth cuts deep for it. You play with fire, you pay that fee. Ain't no mercy in these streets. Backroad lessons written in grit. You push too far, you live with it. Fuck around and bleed for it. Fuck around and bleed for it. Yeah. I ain't preaching, I'm telling facts. Seen strong men never make it back. Seen silence louder than a scream. Seen dreams die in between. You thought respect was just a game. Thought every warning sounded the same. But roots run deeper than what you see, and consequences don't ask politely. There's a pain that don't show outside, a quiet hurt built from pride. Every time you cross that edge, you carved your name into regret. I tried to hold that line in place, tried to keep peace in this space, but some roads end in broken trust and blood and dust and rust. You don't hear the warning until it's gone, till the moment's already wrong. Fuck around and bleed for it. Every scar got a reason for it. You gamble heavy, you lose control. Now the price is called and sold. Backroad code, don't ever quit. You step too far, you carry it. Fuck around and bleed for it. This ain't rage, this ain't hate, this is truth showing up too late. You think speed means you outrun pain, but pain ride shotgun just the same. Every lesson I learned came hard from cold nights under southern stars. You don't test what you don't understand, cause life don't care about your plans. I hear echoes in the gravel road, every mistake like a heavy load. You wanted edge without the cost, now you counting what got lost. This beat runs fast but the soul runs slow, like a heart that already knows. Every word hits deep and clean, like the ghost of what might have been. Look, this ain't about flex, this ain't about pride. It's about lines you don't cross twice, about nights where the silence screams, about waking up from broken dreams. You thought it was just another run, another laugh, another one. But out here choices leave marks that stay, and some days don't fade away. You don't play outlaw if you ain't ready, cause the weight is hard and heavy. And when that lesson finally lands, you understand. If you listen close to the wind tonight, you'll hear regrets in the fading light. Every soul that crossed that line thought they still had one more time. Fuck around and bleed for it. Heart and soul paying for it. You thought it bent, thought it break, now you carry every mistake. Backroad truth don't counterfeit. You push too far, you live with it. Fuck around and bleed for it. Yeah. I ain't proud of the pain I know, but it shaped the man I show. Every mile I drove alone, turned this gravel into home. You don't fake roots in this ground, truth always circles around. And when the dust finally settles clear, you see exactly why you're here. You think time will soften scars, but some cuts just stay who you are. You slow down once the lights go dim, hear the echo deep within. This outlaw rhythm runs like fate, fast heartbeat but the soul feels weight. And every choice you thought was free comes back eventually. You don't know the cost till it's paid, till it don't fade. Fuck around and bleed for it. Out here truth runs deep for it. You play that game, you pay that toll. Every mile carved in soul. Backroad life don't ever quit. You step too far, you live with it. Fuck around and bleed for it.
I'm bulletproof.
walked in loud with that chin held high, talking reckless like you can't die. Chest out, voice sharp, didn't know you was in the dark. Out here, pride don't buy you grace, it just speeds up what you face. You lean hard on that thin damn line, smiling like you own the time. You treated warnings like barroom jokes, like tough talk was just for show. But this dirt don't laugh or clap, it keeps receipts, it keeps a map. Every slick word you let fly, built that tension in the sky. When it cracked across that yard, you learned that lesson hard. You don't play with fire for sport, not when it flamed on a board.
Ain't bullet up,
Pride ain't bulletproof.
ain't bullet up,
Out here, that's the truth.
ain't bullet up.
You push that edge, you pay that cost. Ain't no refund when it's lost. Gravel bites and blood runs hot. You cross that line, I feel the shot. Pride ain't bulletproof. I plant boots where I said you thought. Comment, I retreat. Thought patience meant defeat, but anger hit on flare around it. Locks and quiet holds the ground. You fed that flame with every day, and now you choke on southern air. This ain't sadness, this is heat. Stealing voice, stomping feet. You wanted edge without the scar. Now you feel how deep they are. Every time you laughed it off, you carved that cost into the rock. And when that silence hit too thick, you felt the weight of it. You don't wake up beats for fun, not if you can't outrun.
Ain't bulletproof,
Pride ain't bulletproof, that's a code, that's the proof. You flex too hard, you been too far. You end up where the lessons are. No soft shield, no holy roof.
pride ain't bulletproof.
Pride ain't bulletproof. Pride ain't bulletproof. Hear that choir in your spine, that's the echo of that line. You mark the rule, you mark the flame, now you carry that name. This ain't luck, this ain't fate, this is pressure sealed by hate. You thought you stand untouched and smooth, now you learn what pride can't do. Look, you thought grim was armor thick, thought your voice was brick on brick, but out here roots run deep and wild and dirt don't care about your style. You don't test that southern weight, you don't gamble with that fate. This ain't theater, this ain't spoof, it's bone and blood and heart and truth. You stepped up loud, now stand up, proof.
Ain't bulletproof.
Pride ain't bulletproof. Pride ain't bulletproof. Ain't bulletproof. Out here grit cuts through. You crossed that bar, you felt that proof. Pride ain't bulletproof. Ain't bulletproof. I don't break, I reinforce. I don't balk, I shift the course. You wanted fire without the burn. Now you feel that southern turn. This rhythm fast, this ain't a pure. This ain't something you endure. This is lesson carved and rooted. Pride ain't bulletproof. Ain't bulletproof. Ain't bulletproof.
Ain't bulletproof. Pride ain't bulletproof. Out here grit cuts through. Pride ain't bulletproof.
Ain't bulletproof. Well, I don't break, I reinforce. I don't bark, I shift the course. You wanted fire without the burn. Now you feel that southern turn. This rhythm fast, this anger pure. This ain't something you endure. This is lesson carved and rude. And pride ain't bulletproof. Walked in loud, chest puffed high, talking big lie, you can't die. Thought this dirt was just a stage, thought you flex and turn the page. I told you clear where that line stayed. You laughed like it was handmade, but out here rules ain't drawn in sand. They're carved deep by calloused hands.
You kept pushing like it's funny, like a sprinkles old now earn money. You tapped that wire, shook that gate, smiling in the devil's face. Every slick word, every day a stag, pressure in the southern air. When that tension hit full spark, you felt that shift inside the dark.
You don't wait the storm and pray, you wake it up and makes you pay. Fuck around and bleed for it, ain't no mercy when we mean for it. You cross that line, you feel that hit, southern grip don't babysit. Boots on gravel, teeth on scar, you push too hard, you bleed for it. I ain't crying over spilled pride, I'm planting boots and holding ground. You thought anger meant I break, but anger just sharpens the blade. Outlaw blood don't run soft, it runs hot when you piss it off. You want it edge without the bruise, now you wear what you chose to use. This ain't sorrow, this is rage, built from years, not a single page. You kept leaning on that fence, now you feel that consequence. Every time you smirked and poked, you fed the fire till it spoke. And when it rolled across that bar, you realized you pushed too far. You don't test a man twice when he already warned you once. Fuck around and bleed for it. Backroad law don't plead for it. You test that flame, you catch that spark. Now you're standing in the dark. No soft landing, no memoir. You push too far, you bleed for it. Oh Lord, you crossed that line.
You crossed that line.
Oh Lord, now feel that fire.
Now feel that fire.
When pride runs wild and hearts go hard, justice falls like thunder from the dark. Hear that choir in your chest, that ain't mercy, that's the test. You mark the code, you mark the name, now you feel that southern flame. This ain't heaven, this ain't grace, this is boots in your damn face. Every mile you try to flick, now pounds heavy in your neck. Look, you thought it was talk, you thought it was hype, thought it was smoking a Friday night. You laughed when the warning came clear, now that same warning's in your ear. You don't outrun what you provoke, you don't dodge what you awoke. Gravel bite and knuckle scar, that's what happens when you push too far. No halo hanging over your head, just a bill that's overdue in red.
Fuck around and bleed for it.
Ain't no savior gonna
Shield you from it.
You cross that line, you feel that scar. You fall too hard, you bleed for. I don't weep when lines get crossed, I enforce when you pay the cost. You wanted war with a grin on wide, now you swallow that southern pride. This rhythm fast, this anger pure, this ain't something you endure. This is lesson carved in stone and you called it on your own.
Bleed for it. Bleed for it.
Slide guitar is long and sharp into silence. Thought it was funny, poking the line, talking slick like you on my time, smiling wide with that reckless grin. Didn't know what you stepped in. I warned you once in plain daylight, no metaphors, no polite. You leaned closer just to see if that southern calm was weak.
You tapped that wire, shook that gate, tempting God and tempting fate. Out here words ain't taught for sport, they carry weight you can't abort. Every laugh you live that loud, stack thunder in that cloud. And when it broke across that sky, you saw that fire in my eye. You don't kick a hornet's nest and pray it stays at rest. You walked the wrong side of me, now you see what that means. No soft hands, no sympathy, just boots down and gravity. Backroad blood don't lie, you walked the wrong side. You walked the wrong side. You walked the wrong side. I ain't built from polished stone, I'm built from dirt and backbone. You thought patience meant retreat, thought calm meant defeat, but anger here don't scream or cry. Plants his feet and locks his eyes. You push that ball past was smart, now you deal with the dark. This ain't sadness, this is steel, this is grit you can't unfeel. You crossed that line for your pride, now you face what's inside. Every inch you tried to claim lit a fuse inside the flame, and when it snapped across that yard, you realize you pushed too hard. You don't flip a switch for sure, you flip it once, then it goes. You walk the wrong side of me, this ain't talk, this reality. No mercy left in this zone. You stand here on your own. Backroad truth cuts deep. You walk the wrong side of me. You walk the wrong side of me. You walk the wrong side. Oh Lord, he crossed that line, oh Lord. Now let him find when pride runs wild and anger's free. Judgment falls on southern streets. Oh, hear that choir in your chest, that ain't heaven, that's a test. You mock the line, you mock the rule, now you learning who's the fool. This ain't rage without control, this is iron in a soul. Every mile you push that pride now stands heavy at your side. Look, you thought it was hype, thought it was bluff, thought I'd smile and call it enough, but I'm cut from a different scene, from red dirt nights and diesel dreams. You don't test what you can't contain, you don't poke at a hurricane. This ain't flex, this ain't pretend, this is where your game's all in. No halo, no retreat, just gravel grinding under feet. You walked the wrong side of me, now you feel that gravity. No shield left, no disguise. You walked the wrong side. I don't break, I reinforce, I don't bark, I shift the course. You wanted edge without the bruise, now you wear the truth. You choose this rhythm fast, this anger clean. This ain't something in between, this is final set in stone. And you walked here on your own.
You walked the wrong side of me. Wrong side of me.
You walked the
Wrong side of me. Wrong side of me.
You walked the
Wrong side of me. Wrong side of me.
You walked the
Wrong side of me. 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 Wrong
side of me.
You rode it loud like thunder talk, boots clean, no dust on your walk. Thought this was just another scene, another place to chase that dream. But out here roots run cold and deep, and every promise you make you keep. You laughed at lines carved in stone, now you stand here on your own. You played tough with a reckless grin, didn't know what you stepped in. Outlaw code ain't for sure, it's carved in scars you'll never know. You pulled that line, you bent that rail, thought calm and I'd fail, but pressure builds beneath that smile, and dirt remembers every mile. You don't feel the cut at first, till pride turns into hurt. Fuck around and bleed for it. Out here there's no free for it. You test that fire, you take that heat. True runs thick beneath your feet. Gravel in your veins, you feel it hit. You push too far, you live with it. Fuck around and bleed for it. This land don't bend for ego games. It don't care about your name. You thought strength was loud and wild, but strength stands quiet and never wild. I watch you dance on thin and wide, feeding sparks into the fire. Every word you toss for fun turned heavy when the night was done. There's a heartbeat in these roads, heavy with untold cold. You can't fake grit you never earned. You can't skip lessons you ain't learned. Every mile you tried to fled built a weight around your neck. When that silence hit too hard, you felt the truth beneath those stars. You don't hear the warning wind till it's howling in your skin. Fuck around and bleed for it. Every scar's a deed for it. You gamble heavy with your pride. Now there's nowhere left to hide. Backroad blood runs thick and legit. You step too far, you carry. Fuck around and bleed for it. I ain't speaking from a throne of bliss. For every mile I own, every loss got deep and clean. Left a mark you can't have seen. You thought pain was just a word, till it echoed and it stirred. Till that night got cold and long and your bravado turned wrong. Fast beat, heart racing wild, but inside you're just a child. Trying to prove you can't be broke, trying to hide beneath the smoke. But the truth rise faster still, it don't bend the force of will. Every move you made in heat, now pounds heavy in your chest like beat. Look, this ain't flex, this ain't play, this is choices, you don't delay. You thought it was just another round, another laugh, another sound. But when you cross that southern line, you don't get mercy, you get time. Time to think, time to feel, time to face what's real. You wanted edge without the scar. Now you see exactly who you are. Gravel don't lie when it hits your skin. It reminds you where you been. If you listen close in the dead of night, you hear regrets in the headlight. Every man who pushed too far thought he'd outrun who we are. Fuck around and bleed for it. There's a price down deep for it. You thought that line would always shift. Now you stand in what you did. Backroad code don't counterfeit. You push too far, you live with it. Fuck around and bleed for it. I carry dust in my lungs, carry scars on my tongue. Every mile I pay my due, every lost carved these truths. You can't fake that southern pain, you can't wash out gravel vein. And when the dust finally clear, you hear what you feel. You think speed, well I recall, but fast roads still get lost. You think pride will shield the sting, till it cuts through everything. This outlaw rhythm beats like fate. Fast pulse, but the soul feels weight. Every move you made in heat, now it goes under your feet. You don't know the cost till it's paid, till it don't fade. Fuck around and bleed for it. Out here there's no seal for it. You test that lie, you feel that grit. Every scar proves you meant it. Gravel in your veins, legit. You step too far, you live with it. Fuck around and bleed for it.
don't sparkle, I don't fake clean. I got dirt in my story and grease in my jeans. They wanna highlight real, I got real nice. Bad decisions, loud lessons, and street life fights. I don't do brand safe, I do bare bones truth. I do scars in the mirror, I do missing a tooth. I'm the kind you can't polish, can't tame, can't fold. I'm the kind that stays standing when the room turns cold. They call me rough, like it's some kind of flaw, but I was raised on stand up more than standing. No, I don't smile on command, I don't soften my tone. If I'm quiet, it's cause I'm minding my own. I got cracked edges, yeah, I got attitude. I got don't push me, built into my mood. I don't beg to be liked, I don't plead to belong. If you want easy love, you got the wrong song. I tried wearing that mask, it didn't fit my face. I tried playing polite, it felt like a cage. So I tore it off, let the real me hit, and I didn't lose peace, I found it. Riding to the core, proud of it. No clean image, no counterfeit. You want sweet, go find a saint. I'm not here to be what you paint. Riding to the core, proud of it. No fake smile, no politician. I'm the truth with the volume up, and I love who I am, I meant it. I don't do small talk, I do straight lines. I do say it with your chest and on your mind. They act shocked when you stop explaining, like being real is somehow complaining. I'm not a people pleaser, I'm a pressure test. I show who's solid when the room gets stressed. If you can't handle edges, don't grab the blade. I'm not too much, you're just too afraid. I've been judged by folks with spineless hands, but spineless hands never build nothing that stands. They keep their lives tidy, their hearts half true. I'd rather be messy than live like a fool. I don't need approval, I don't need the crown, I need a strong spine when the world breaks down. I learned a long time ago, being nice ain't the goal. Being real is the only thing that saves your soul. They say change for the better, like better means bland, like better means quiet or easier to command. Nah, I improve by becoming more me, and that's the upgrade they can't stand. Riding to the core, proud of it. No clean image, no counterfeit. You want sweet, go find a saint. I'm not here to be what you paint. Riding to the core, proud of it. No fake smile, no politician. I'm the truth with the volume up, and I love who I am, I meant it. I've done dumb things, I've taken wrong turns, but I learned fast, and I learned it burns. I don't hide my past like it's something I owe. My past made my backbone, that's how it goes. I've been counted out, laughed at, shut out of rooms. Now I walk in like thunder, shake up the fumes. I don't need their table, I built my own out here in the wild where the real ones roam. They want you easier, want you less intense, want you to shrink, so they feel more sense. But I don't reduce what keeps me alive. I don't sand down the bars that help me survive. I'm not trying to be everybody's favorite, I'm trying to be honest and stay motivated. If my truth makes you uncomfortable, cool, that's growth knocking, don't blame the tool, yeah. I'm not polished, I'm proven, not delicate, I'm dutable. They want a clean cut story, I got chapters that are unprintable. I don't chase the spotlight, I chase the standard. I don't chase acceptance, I chase being grounded. I've been rough since day one, still built with purpose. If you can't handle the real, you don't deserve it. I don't fake peace, I don't fake love, I don't fake anything just to fit in the club. Riding to the core, maybe proud of it, definitely. If you're tired of pretending, step out the costume. If you're tired of bending, let truth refill the room. They'll call you too much when you finally stand tall. That's how you know you quit living small. Riding to the core, proud of it. No soft edges, no censorship. You want a filter, I'm not it. I'm the raw whole thing, deal with it. Riding to the core, proud of it. No clean lies, no politeness. I'd rather
raised to look good in pictures. I was raised to stand through pressure. They wanna shine, I came with grit. Wanted clean stories, I lived through it. I got dirt in my past, dust in my name, and I don't wash it off for fame. If I smell like smoke, blood, and truth, that's the scent of what I lived through. They say you should be past that now, like paint runs on a schedule somehow. Like survival got an expiration date, like scars should fade to make them feel safe. Now I remember every hit, every lesson called in grit. Rotten roots grow the strongest tree. You don't get dealt easily. They want it sweet, they want it mild. I can't feel rough and wilder. That makes you step back slow. That's a real me saying little low. Rotten made me real, now weak. Not soft spoken, not discreet. You see damage, I see proof. I didn't fold, I pushed through. Rotten made me real, not nice. Not approved, not sanitized. I'd rather be scarred and still alive than clean and dead inside. I've been judged by untouched hands, by people who never had to stand in the dark with no safety net, making calls you don't forget. They preach healing like it's cosmetic, like pain should be quiet and aesthetic. I healed enough to stay upright, not enough to make you comfortable at night. They want redemption with a glow-up ball. I got survival with a beating heart. They want closure tied in a bow. I got memory I refuse to let go. Not cause I'm stuck, not cause I'm mad, but cause forgetting gets people backtrack. I don't erase what taught me how to stand. I keep it close like a weapon hand. They say move on like that's the cure. I move forward, that's for sure. But I carry lessons waiting true. There's a cost of making it through. Rotten made me real, now weak. Not soft spoken, not discreet. You see damage, I see proof. I didn't fold, I pushed through. Rotten made me real, not nice. Not approved, not sanitized. I'd rather be scarred and still alive than clean and dead inside. Clean and dead inside. I don't flinch when they call me rude. I earned this tone, I earned this stuff. You don't get grounded staying clean. You get grounded living in between. I've been hungry, cold, and ignored. Still kept my cold, still held the door. If that make me hard to swallow now, good, I wasn't built to go down easy. They want truth without the weight, strength without the nights too late. They want the product, not the grind, the outcome without the spine. But spine comes from breaking points, from standing firm when nothing joins. I didn't ride and fall apart, I fermented into something hard, yeah. They say rotten like it's decay, I say rotten like it's the right way. Like whiskey in a dark old room, like iron let the face the fumes. I didn't spoil, I concentrated, every loss recalibrated. They stay sweet and faded fast, I stay bitter and built to last. I don't chase purity, I chase truth, I erase what I lived through. Rotten made me what I am, and I stand by it every gram. If you ever felt ashamed of the things that kept you alive, remember, riders just grow. They didn't ask permission. Rotten made me real, still here, still standing still, severe. You want it easy, you want it tame. I stay raw and kept my name. Rotten made me real, full weight. No disguise, no escape. I didn't come out clean or safe, I came out real. with a safety net. I grew up learning what regret meant. Every shortcut came with a scar. Every lesson cost me something hard. I learned early, luck don't stay long, and good intentions don't mean strong. I watch friends fade, I watch dreams bend. That's how reality introduces itself, man. They taught rules and rooms I wasn't in. I learned mine from broken windshields and sins, from nights too long and mornings late, from pushing luck past its weight. I didn't have time to sit and think, I had to move or sing. You don't philosophize when you stood. You act first and call it love. They say you could've chose a better way. I chose the one that let me stay. I didn't win clean, I didn't win proud, I just didn't lay down. I learned life the hard way, through bad nights and no guarantees. You call it reckless, I call it surviving. That's how I kept breathing. I learned life the hard way, no handbook, no escape. I ain't proud of every move I made, but I learned and I stayed. I learned trust, slow and distance fast. Learn people change when pressure lasts. I learned silence speaks the truth, and promises don't always pull through. I learned love can leave you empty, and loyalty ain't always friendly. I learned pain don't ask permission, it just shows up and tests your vision. They want lessons wrapped up neat, I got mine with busted feet, with fines, fights and nights alone, wondering if I make it home. I don't romanticize the road I took, I just won't lie about the book. Some chapters hard to read out loud, but they made me now. I didn't learn this from advice, I learned it by paying price. Every scar got a receipt, and everyone remembers me. I learned life the hard way, through bad nights and no guarantee. You call it reckless, I call it surviving. That's how I kept breathing. I learned life the hard way, no handbook, no escape. I ain't proud of every move I made, but I learned and I stayed. I didn't get wisdom handed down, I wrestled it out of the ground. From mistakes I couldn't rewind, from standing up with a cracked spine. I learned what matters when nothing works. I learned endurance before self-worth. I learned quick who stays and who leaves, who talks loud and who bleeds in silence with me. I don't brag about the hell I knew, I just don't pretend it didn't shape me too. I learned life by getting hit hard, standing back up with less heart but more guard. If you learn more from failure than you ever did from praise, then you know some people graduate without ever leaving the hard way. I learned life the hard way, no filters, no disguise. You want it clean, you want it safe. I learned by staying alive. I learned life the hard way, every scar still weighs. I ain't proud of every move I made, but I learned and I stayed.
I'm too country for clean living, too real for pretty lies. Grew up learning how to get by when the rule book didn't apply. Mama, hope I straighten out. Life laughing knocked me down. I learned quick how to stand back up with dirt still on my mouth. They want tidy stories, Sunday smiles. I got late night stretching miles. I don't pray pretty, I don't talk right, I just survive one more night. I learned comfort makes you slow, pain keeps your senses woke. I don't glamorize the mess I'm in, but I won't pretend I'm fixed. They say change your ways, clean it up. Funny how clean never kept me up. I don't chase good looks or easy wins. I chase staying alive in my skin. Too country for clean living. Backroad blood, no forgiveness. I don't fit in your perfect frame. I live fast and I live the same. Too country for clean living. Bad habits, hard decisions. I ain't proud of all the things I did, but I stand on every inch of it. I learned loyalty before religion, learned silence before permission. I don't explain why I drink too much, I don't explain why I don't trust. I've seen good men break playing nice, seen fake saints sell advice. I don't bow to a clean disguise, I stay rough, that's how I survive. Hey, they want me salty, easier to read, but easy men don't make it where I've been. I got dust in my lungs, scars in my past. I don't heal fast, but I heal the last. I don't preach self-help or restraint, I preach standing up when it ain't. If my life feels loud and wrong, that's cause quiet never kept me strong. They confuse chaos with being lost, they never paid survival costs. I didn't choose this bro for fun, I chose it cause it was the only one. I chose it cause it was the only one. Too country for clean living. Backroad blood, no forgiveness. I don't fit in your perfect frame. I live fast and I live the same. And I live the same. Too country for clean living. Bad habits, hard decisions. I ain't proud of all the things I did, but I stand on every inch of it. I don't chase purity or praise, I chase daylight another day. They sell clean lives and shiny lines. I live real nice and pay the price. I don't judge the path you took, just don't judge mine like you understood. I seen comfort turn men weak, I seen struggle teach them teeth. Too country to play pretend, too scarred to start again. I don't need saving or sympathy, I need gas, road, and honesty. Yeah, if you were raised where survival mattered more than how it looked, then you know sometimes clean living get you killed. Too country for clean living. Outlaw roots, no revision. I didn't come this far to behave, I came this far to stay my way. Too country for clean living. No soft edits, no permission. I live rough, I live real, and I don't apologize for it. Didn't explode, it didn't break. It didn't need a scene to take shape. Just one sentence said too clean, too confident to a scene. You could feel it here before it landed, like the air itself when candid. That wasn't bold, that wasn't brave. That was you stepping past the safe. You effort has been pushing through. Thought volume made it bulletproof, but I've learned real power don't rush. It watches who keeps talking too much. I stayed calm, didn't raise my head, just marked the moment what you said. Some sounds don't fade or drift, they lock things in and cause a shift. There's a tone that changes everything, not loud, just wrong. And once it hits the room like that, you know something's gone. This is what too far sounds like. Not shouting, just cross lines. Not anger, just a door that shut in real time. This is what too far sounds like. When calm turns cold and still, some moments don't scream at all. They settle and they kill the deal. I watch people laugh past the edge, thinking humor covers intent. They say it's just words, just a tone, until the silence proves them wrong. I don't flinch, I don't debate, I don't salvage moments that arrive too late. When something lands the way it did, I don't unhear it. You kept talking like you could recover, like momentum could smooth it over. But momentum don't mean a thing once respect slips from the hinge. I don't do lectures or final scene, I do quiet recalibrate. You won't hear me say it will change, you'll feel it in the space I make. There's a silence that don't invite talk, that doesn't need reply. It's not confusion in the air, that's goodbye. This is what too far sounds like. Not shouting, just cross lines. Not anger, just a door that shuts in real time. This is what too far sounds like. When calm turns cold and still, some moments don't scream at all. They settle and they kill the deal. Yeah. I don't raise my voice when it's done, I lower access one by one. You thought bold men pressure applied, I thought bold men knowing when to slide. I don't chase closure or final say, I let behavior close the gate. You didn't misread, you didn't slip, you spoke from somewhere you can't fix. This ain't rage, this ain't regret, this is clarity without a threat. You said what you said and meant it through, now live with how it landed on you. Some lines don't echo loud, they absorb sound and light. And by the time you feel the distance, you're already outside. This is what too far sounds like. No noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't move anymore, and nothing left to say. This is what too far sounds like. You recognize it soon, it's the sound of something closing without a boom.
I stayed level, stayed quiet, stayed clear, gave you space to steer away from here. You saw calm and thought it was soft, Thought restrained meant the edge was off. I watch you lean, watch you test, watch you confuse. Patience with less, but calm ain't mercy, never was. It's control waiting on cause you spoke reckless like it was safe, like nothing would change in my face. You mistook silence for approval, mistook discipline for neutral. I don't flare up, I don't snap, I just know the shift and map. And once in 10 shows what it is, I stop pretending it didn't exist. There's stillness that doesn't forgive, that doesn't want or explain. That's not kindness in my posture, that's resolve setting in. You mistook my calm for mercy, now you feel the difference. I don't shout, I don't threaten, I just change the distance. You mistook my calm for mercy, thought the line would move. Some patience isn't grace, it's restraint from what I could do. I've seen men push when they feel safe, thinking comfort means protection. They lean harder when nothing happens, mistaking silence for direction. I don't correct wrong choices, I let them show their way. You kept stepping like there was room until you felt the gate. You laughed like nothing shifted, like the tone didn't tighten. But awareness doesn't need noise, it just changes alignment. I don't argue once it's clear, I don't soften what I hear. You don't lose access all at once, you lose it when intent stay wrong. There's a calm that turns cold when understanding fade. That's the moment patience ends without a sound. You mistook my calm for mercy, now you feel the difference. I don't shout, I don't threaten, I just change the distance. You mistook my calm for mercy, thought the line would move. Some patience isn't grace, it's restraint from what I could do. Yeah, I don't wave warnings in the air, I let consistency sit there. You thought quiet man I've been, I thought quiet man I've seen enough. I don't raise my voice to be heard, I lower access every word. You tested what you didn't know, now you're learning what that costs. This ain't anger, this ain't pride, this is knowing where I draw the line. You wanted proof, I let it slide, I showed you I won't calmly. Some mercy looks loud, some mercy looks like space, and some calm is the last thing you feel before it's too late. You mistook my calm for mercy, no noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't reach for you the same way. You mistook my calm for mercy, and I didn't raise my tone. Some lessons don't come with heat, they come along.
Wasn't sudden, it didn't snap. It built up quiet from every lapse, every pause you chose to ignore, every sign you stepped right over before. I stayed still, stayed measured, stayed sane, letting you decide how far you'd strain. There's a place where patience ends, and you walked straight through it. You kept moving like they were slack, the lines could stretch and snap right back. You mistook tolerance for a shield, mistook calm for something unreal. I don't argue once it's crossed,
silence that settles deep, when options quietly leave. That's not anger filling the space, that's the door sealing shut. You push past the point of no return, no fixing what you burn. You feel the shift, you stage your course. Now you're facing the force. You push past the point of no return, no rewind, no concern. Some lines don't bend or break or blur, they burn. I've seen men confuse pressure with strain. Think pushing hard extends their range. They don't notice when the air gets tight, when silence signals the end of the line. I don't rush endings, I don't chase pride, I let reality decide. You thought persistence would wear me down, I let it show you where you stand. You laughed through the tension like it was fine, like the moment didn't redraw the line. But tone don't lie, and space remembers every word, every measure. I don't threaten, I don't display, I just move access away. You'll feel it later when things don't land, when distance finally understands. There's a calm that doesn't adjust, that doesn't soften or discuss. That's the sound of something done without a fuss. You push past the point of no return, no fixing what you burn. You feel this shift, you stage your course. Now you're facing the force. You push past the point of no return, no rewind, no concern. Some lines don't bend or break or blur, they burn. Yeah, I don't shout when it's over, I get quieter and colder. You thought calm and infinite grace, I thought calm and I seen enough. I don't want twice, I don't debate, I let behavior seal the fate. You cross the space where change live, now you deal with what you did. This ain't rage, this ain't heat, this is final clarity. You didn't miss the signs by chance, you chose to keep advancing. Some endings don't arrive loud, they settle like gravity. And by the time you feel the weight, you're already underneath. You push past the point of no return, no noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't move anymore, and nothing left to say. You push past the point of no return, and I didn't look back. Some boundaries don't shout, they snap. You squared your shoulders like that meant something, like confidence alone with substance. You leaned in close, testing my frame, thinking pressure would make me change. I stay calm, stay rooted, stay still, let you gamble against my will. But some men stay restrained for fear, and that's where it disappears. You thought silence meant retreat, thought stillness meant I fold easy. You raise your voice, you raise the stakes, trying to see how much I take. I don't flinch when the tone gets sharp, I just memorize where you are. You kept pushing like I give ground, but I don't move once I'm locked down. There's a calm that doesn't lean away, that doesn't need to escalate. It's not hesitation in my stance, there's certainty. You thought I backed down, thought I step aside, but I don't retreat when the line is mine. You thought I backed down, spine. Think force decides the line. They mistake noise for leverage, mistake posture for relevance. I don't need to dominate the room. I dominate but not moving. You kept testing like I break, but I'm built for the way you laugh like it was all a game, like nothing permanent was at stake. But the moment you cross that space, you rewrote how I see your face. I don't chase conflict, don't chase pride, but I don't step back from what's right. You expected distance, maybe doubt. What you got was a line drawn out. There's a look you only learn once. When calm turns locked and solid, that's not anger filling the room, that's resolve. You thought I backed down. Thought I'd step aside. But I don't retreat when the line is mine. You thought I backed down. When the pressure got loud. I don't bend for volume. I stand my ground. I don't posture, I don't bluff, I don't flex just to feel tough. You try to shake me with intensity, I stay planted intentionally. I don't move lines to keep peace, I keep lines so I can breathe. You wanted proof, I'd cave or flinch. I showed you what solid is. This ain't rage, this ain't pride, this is knowing where I stand in life. You pushed hope and I give you space. I held my ground and let you face it. Some men leave when it gets heavy, some men talk their way out, some men don't move at all, no matter how loud. You thought I backed down, but I never did. I didn't raise my voice or swing my fist. You thought I backed down. Now you see it clear. Some lines don't shift, they're anchored here. You read my calm like it's hesitation, like I'm weighing options looking for validation. Truth is I already ran the math. I've seen where this road leads in the past. I don't react quick, I don't flare up, I don't let emotion steer the truck. I stay quiet cause I've been here before, and I know what happens when it hits the floor. You talk loud like it's entertainment, like crossing lines is a form of payment. I don't play tough, I don't perform, I don't need noise to weather storms. The calm you see wasn't born easy, it was earned when things got greasy. I learned control the hard way first, so I don't rush to make it work. There's a reason my tone don't rise, there's a reason I don't explain. I already know what comes next. If somebody keeps testing restraint, I stay calm for a reason. I've seen how bad it can get. No flex, no threats, no speeches, just a line you shouldn't test. I stay calm for a reason, not cause I'm unsure or weak. I'm quiet cause I understand what happens when I don't speak. I watch watch loud men lose control fast, chasing pride like it's built to last. They think anger proves it real, I think discipline proves what you feel. I don't argue to feel respected, I don't bark just to feel protected. I stand still and let time show who's acting and who really knows. You keep leaning like I'll step back, like pressure makes me crack. But pressure, what I'm built inside, is where I learned how to survive. I don't raise my voice when it's tense, I lower it and raise the fence. You'll feel it when the space gets cold, that's when you know you went too close. You confuse calm and decision, you confuse quiet with fear. I go call my final warning, you probably won't hear. I stay calm for a reason, I've seen how bad it can get. No flex, no threats, no speeches, just a line you shouldn't tell. I stay calm for a reason, not cause I'm unsure or weak. I'm quiet cause I understand what happens when I don't speak. Yeah, I don't lose control, I release it. I don't escalate, I delete it. You want reactions you can point at, I want distance where I don't go back. I don't flex scars, I don't brag pain, I just move like I remember names. I've seen nights turn permanent off on bad choice and some arrogance. So I stay calm, let ego starve, let silence show who you really are. You keep pushing like it's a test, I'm already past that step. Some calm comes from peace, some calm comes from memory, and the kind I carry now and the kind you challenge casually. I stay calm for a reason, no noise, no display, just a stillness that don't move anymore once you cross that space. I stay calm for a reason, and don't explain it twice. Some warnings don't raise a voice, they just change your life.
You get comfortable knowing nobody speak, like quiet means the coast is clean. You leaning closer, test your luck, thinking stillness means I'm stuck. I stay calm, stay measured, stay aware, letting you decide how far you dare. But silence ain't a green light given, it's awareness fully driven. You talk reckless like nothing's loaded, like consequences are always postponed. I've seen nights flip with one bad call, seen pride turn into hard free fall. I don't rush anger, I don't erupt, I just know when someone's doing too much, and when intent stops being unclear, that's when safety disappears. There's a calm that don't mean peace, it means control on a short leash. If you feel it and still push through, that's on you. Don't confuse silence with safety, that calm don't mean you're clear. I'm quiet cause I'm fully aware of what happens from here. Don't confuse silence with safety, some warnings don't get said. The quiet you're feeling right now is restrained instead. I watch loud men feel untouchable, till the room stop being comfortable. They think nothing happens without noise. I've seen Indians make no choice. I don't posture, don't need a flag, I don't advertise what comes next.
I let people read the head themselves and live with how they feel. You keep smiling like it's all good, like tone don't shift the way it should, but silence changes temperature fast. When patience finally hits the past, I don't explain lines every time. I expect grown folks to read the signs. You missed the quiet for permission. Now you're learning the distinction. Some calm is earned from peace, some calm is earned from scar. And the calm I'm in right now ain't the harmless kind. Don't confuse silence with safety. That calm don't mean you're clear. I'm quiet cause I'm fully aware of what happens from here. Don't confuse silence with safety. Some warnings don't get said. The quiet you're feeling right now is restraint instead. Yeah. I don't need to raise alarms, I let stillness show the harm. You want signal spelled in sound, I let presence shut it down. I don't bluff, I don't perform, I don't need chaos to feel strong. You kept pushing like it was safe, I was deciding how much space. I don't chase fear, I don't chase pride, I just don't move when I'm on my side. You thought quiet meant nothing was there, I thought quiet meant I was prepared. Some danger doesn't shout, it waits. And the ones who've seen enough. And don't confuse silence with safety. No noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't bend anymore once you step that way. Don't confuse silence with safety. I won't explain it again. Some problems don't announce themselves, they begin. Kept stepping like the ground was soft, like lemons bend if you lean enough. You talk confidence, stood your ground, like pressure makes the rules back down. I stayed calm, didn't flinch an inch, letting you show what you read. But some lines don't shift or slide, they wait to see how far you try. You thought patience meant flexibility, thought restraint meant stability. You mistook quiet for uncertainty, mistook control for courtesy. I don't jump when the moment heats, I don't react to raise heartbeat. I just mark the step you take when you think the line's fake. There's a calm that doesn't adjust, that doesn't bend the ego or rush. If you felt it and kept going still, that's on you. You thought the line would move, thought I shift my stance. You kept pushing where you shouldn't push, like limits were a chains. You thought the line would move, but it stayed where it was drawn. Some boundaries don't argue back, they stay strong. I've seen loud men try to bend the rule, think force decides what's true. They think pressure makes a crack appear, I think pressure makes things clear. I don't explain when it's that clean, I don't soften what it means. You leaned harder when it went quiet, now I know when quiet was defiant. You laughed like it was still a game, like tone never rearranged, but talking like a moment tight, and you felt it, you just stayed. I don't want twice, don't circle back, I don't chase respect once it cracks. You crossed something firm and said, now you're standing in the dead. There's a silence that doesn't forgive, that doesn't soften a lip. That's not peace filling the space, that's consequence. You thought the line would move, thought I'd shift my stance. You kept pushing where you shouldn't push, like limits were a chance. You thought the line would move, but it stayed where it was drawn. Some boundaries don't argue back, they stay strong. Yeah, I don't redraw lines to keep it calm. I keep blind so I stay who I am. You wanted proof, I compromise. I gave you stillness in my eyes. I don't flex, don't posture, don't chase. I let behavior seal the place. You step forward expecting ground, I stay planted, no sound. This ain't anger, this ain't pride, this is knowing where I stand in life. You thought limits were made to bend, I thought limits were how things end. Some lines aren't suggestions, destruction the moment you test them. You learn why. You thought the line would move, no noise, no display, just a calm that didn't shift at all when you stepped away. You thought the line would move and I didn't say a thing. Some limits don't raise their voice, they ring.
You had an exit, you had a pause, you had a low to read the cause. I didn't block you, didn't press, didn't trap you in a mess. I stayed calm, stayed neutral, stayed still, gave you room to choose your will, but you stayed planted in your pride. Like walking away, man, losing the fight. You talk like backing off was weak, like streaming, pushing till you peak. I seen enough to know the truth, real controllers know when to move. I don't chase wins that cost too much, I don't prove myself with reckless stuff. You had a clean road out that night, but you stayed to test the line. There's a moment when silence offers grace, one last chance to save your faith. If you ignore and press ahead, yeah, that's a choice. You could've walked away clean, could've kept your name intact. You kept pushing past the signal, now you can't take it back. You could've walked away clean, left it right where it was. Some regrets don't come from action, they come from staying too long. I watch men on simple moments, turning nothing into opponents. They think pressure proves result, or pressure eats what they involve. I don't need to dominate the frame, I don't play ego games. I let people show how far they'll go and remember what they chose. You laugh like the air stayed light, like the room didn't change that night. But tone writes history real fast, and silence keeps a photograph. I don't rewrite things after fact, I don't soften what you back. You cross something clear and plain, now the distance stays the same. There's a calm that is a neutral ground, it's the last exit out of town. Miss it once, keep pushing through, and you're done. You could've walked away clean, could've kept your name intact. You kept pushing past the signal, now you can't take it back. You could've walked away clean, left it right where it was. Some regrets don't come from action, they come from staying too long. Yeah, I don't trap people in decisions. I get space and let them listen. You want to prove something loud, I want a peace and solid ground. I don't chase moments, don't chase wins. I watch patterns, not opinions. You stay when the door was open wide, now you live with the other side. This ain't cold, this ain't cruel, this is letting choices rule. You thought backing out meant loss, I knew staying raised the cost. Some exits only stay open once and they're gone, and the ones who ignore them always wish they were wrong. You could've walked away clean, no noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't reach anymore. Once you chose to stay, you could've walked away clean, and I won't say it twice. Some lessons don't come with warnings, they come with a price. Carry that tone like nothing's ever broke you, like every close call politely passed you. You speak sharp like life never swung back, like you never paid for where you stepped at. I stayed calm, stayed back, stayed still, letting you reveal what you will. But confidence has never been checked, always leaks something I don't respect. You laugh like it's a rumor, like loss of some for other humans. I've seen the sound before in men who never met a real dead end. They talk of the road, stay smooth, never had to bleed for the moves they choose. You wear certainty like armor, but it's then when pressure sharpens. There's a pause when the room clocks tone, when silence starts taking notes. That's not fear creeping in, that's reality leaning close. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, from luck staying on your side. But the first real loss hits different, and it don't ask you if you're ready. I don't rush to humble nobody. I don't play karma's bodyguard. I've been bent by longer nights, hard lessons and colder yards. So I don't flex when voices rise, I don't blink when ego tries. I let people talk like they're invincible, then I watch time get biblical. Yeah. You think pushing proves you're solid, I think restraint proves you're honest. You confuse clean records with strength, I confuse strength with what you survive. I don't need to take your pride, life does that when the bill arrives. You sound untouchable right now, that's usually how it starts. There's a shift when jokes stop landing, when laughter leaves the space. That's the sound of confidence, meeting the gate. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone come from never losing, from luck staying on your side. But the first real loss is different, yeah. And it don't ask you if you're ready, yeah. You ain't brave, you just ain't paid yet. Ain't had to clean up a bad debt. You move like tomorrow's owed to you. I move like I seen overdue. I don't brag scars, don't list pain. I just talk different cause I remember names. You think calm means I don't react. I think calm means I know the trap. Luck builds confidence fast. Experience builds it to last. You loud cause nothing's cracked. I'm quiet cause I've lived past that. I've watched bravado drain from a room when the tone changed mid-sentence. When eyes got sharp and the jokes fell flat and confidence met consequences. I don't need to say I told you so. I don't need to collect a thing. Time handles billing perfectly. I just understand the scheme. So keep that tone if it keeps you warm. Keep that edge if it helps you perform. Just know the road don't stay smooth forever. And stones don't check who's clever. I'm calm cause I know the math. I'm calm cause I paid my path. You sound like someone life's been sparing, not someone that's tested, yeah. Some lessons don't come loud, they come exact. And when they arrive, they don't leave. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off, yeah. That tone comes from never losing, but luck don't last on time. Everybody meets the moment that teaches them why, yeah. That tone comes from never losing, but that streak don't stay clean. The bill shows up when pride's alone. Excuses don't mean a thing. That tone comes from never losing, so you keep acting the same. But everybody pays eventually. That's the game. Carry that tone like nothing's ever broke you, like every close call politely passed you. You speak sharp like a lie never swung back, like you never paid for where you stepped at. I stay calm, stay back, stay still, letting you reveal what you will. But confidence that's never been checked always leaks something I don't respect. You laugh like it's a rumor, like lost of some for other humans. I've seen that sign before in men who never met a real dead end. They talk cause the road stays smooth, never had to bleed for the moves they choose. You wear certainty like armor, but it's thin when pressure sharpens. There's a pause when the room clocks tone, when silence starts taking notes. It's not fear creeping in, that's reality leaning close. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, from luck staying on your side. But the first real loss is different, and it don't ask you if you're ready. I don't rush to humble nobody. I don't play karma's bodyguard. I've been bent by longer nights, hard lessons and colder yards. So I don't flex when voices rise. I don't blink when ego tries. I let people talk like they're invincible, then I watch time get biblical. You think pushing proves you solid. I think pushing proves you honest. You confuse cream records with strength. I confuse strength with what you survive. I don't need to take your pride. Life does that when the bill arrives. You sound untouchable right now. That's usually how it starts. There's a shift when jokes stop landing, when laughter leaves the space. That's the sound of confidence meeting the gate. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, from luck staying on your side. But the first real loss is different, and it don't ask you if you're ready. Yeah, you ain't brave, you just ain't paid yet. Ain't had to clean up a bad debt. You move like tomorrow's owed to you. I move like I've seen overdue. I don't break scars, don't list pain. I just talk different cause I remember names. You think calm means I don't react. I think calm means I know the trap. Look builds confidence fast. Experience builds it to last. You lie cause nothing is crack. I'm quiet cause I live past that. Cause I live past that. I've watched bravado drain from a room when the tone changed with sentence. When eyes got sharp and the jokes fell flat and confidence met consequences. I don't need to say I told you so. I don't need to collect a thing. Time handles billing perfectly. I just understand the scheme. So keep that tone if it keeps you warm. Keep that edge if it helps you perform. Just know the road don't stay smooth forever, and storms don't check who's clever. I'm calm cause I know the math. I'm calm cause I paid my past. And you sound like someone life's been sparing, not someone is tested. Some lessons don't come loud, they come exact. And when they arrive, they don't leave. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, but luck don't last on time. Everybody meets the moment that teaches him why. That tone comes from never losing, but that streak don't stay clean. The bill shows up when pride's alone, and excuses don't mean a thing. That tone comes from never losing, so you keep acting the same. But everybody pays eventually. That's the game.
I didn't learn lessons from somebody talking. Learned them from nights that kept on knocking. Cold mornings, empty pockets. Still at work, still had options. Out here mistakes don't get erased. They sit with you, they change your pace. You either adapt or fall behind. Hard lessons shape your mind. Hey. I seen pride cause men everything. Seen shortcuts snap like brittle strings. I seen trust break over petty moves. Seen silence tell the real truth. Nobody saved me when I messed up. Nobody cared if I stood up. So I learned quick what pain could do. It'll either break you or build you. Yeah, out here, talk fades fast. Consequences last. I learned that hard lessons live out here in the mud and the miles I ran. Every scar taught me who I was, not who I planned. Hard lessons live out here, where excuses don't survive. If you don't learn the first damn time, the road will remind you twice. Yeah. I don't glamorize the nights I lost, but I respect what they cost. They stripped me down to what was real, showed me what I could carry still. I don't rush wins, I don't rush change. I know how long it takes to gain. They want growth without the strain. That's not how this place trains. Backwoods don't cushion the fall, they let you hit and figure it out. I learned responsibility early, learn nobody's coming to shout. So I move careful, move aware. Every step earn, nothing spare. I don't test fate, just to see. I already paid my fees, they call it harsh, I call it fair. Out here life don't pretend to care. Hard lessons live out here in the dirt and the broken plans. Every failure carved discipline straight into my hands. Hard lessons live out here, no mercy, no disguise. You either grow thicker skin or you don't survive. Yeah. I don't fake scars, I don't fake grit. Every mark on me earn this shift. They want wisdom without the burn. I got burned till I learn. I don't blame roads for being rough, I blame men who weren't tough enough. Out here pain don't whisper soft, it speaks loud and it don't stop. I didn't quit when it got heavy, I adjusted, stayed steady. Hard lessons didn't ruin me, they reinforced the frame in me. I watch people run from consequence, try to talk their way out of sense. Out here words don't carry weight, only action negotiates. I don't brag about what I endured, I just move like I'm sure. If I walk solid where others shake, it's cause of the lessons I take. Late nights taught me accountability, early mornings taught humility. I don't flex rules but I respect them, they're the reason I don't break when tested. I don't resent where I came from, I owe it for what I become. Hard lessons didn't scare me away, they locked me in place. Where I'm from, pain teaches fast. You either listen or you don't last. Hard lessons live out here, and they don't let you lie. They strip excuses from your voice and force you to decide. Hard lessons live out here, build me brick by brick. If you weren't shaped by consequence, you won't move like this. Hard lessons live out here, no mercy, no grace. While they beg for easier roads, I learned my place. Hard lessons live out here,